blizzard. Well, get ready. We're getting some more tonight. Wednesday morning, early, between late night tonight and tomorrow. I hope you were able to get out there and do some shoveling and make some money. Start that small business. Well, I was out here this morning. I couldn't shovel. My son said, "Ma, go back in the house." But I came out anyway. I kept peeking out the window or coming out, opening the door. And you know what? The Lord blessed me with a shoveler. I had somebody, a aunt called, and I was praying and asking God, can you send somebody? I'll pay him. I use what I have for my savings of my offering. And lo and behold, God sent someone. I came to the door, and across the street there's a factory from where I live. And there was a gentleman out there. And I said, "Hey," I said, "how much you charge me to shovel?" He had a snow blower, nice snow blower. I'm gonna tell you how he had it set up. And he came through, he shoveled the walkway, he did the driveway, and he did down the street. He made a walkway so I could get to my van. A van shoveled out. And over here, this is the driveway. But the homeowner, when he comes through, he'll knock that out. And then he did in the driveway over here. So, and he cleaned off my car. I'm gonna show you how God works. And when him and I got to chit-chatting, come to find out he was a young man of God, brother in the Lord. And he came through, he wiped off the car for me. It was down there for those who saw the first video. I was buried in, I was in there. Then I got a call, Ministry of Helps, this morning. Somebody needed their meds. I was like, I can't help you right now. I had a call up to Meriden. They have been out since 5 o'clock this morning shoveling. And he was telling me about his businesses he had down here where I live. But he lives north. So it was a blessing. So you can earn your money. Or you got to have a want to. You got to be, you know what, I need some money. I need to pay my electric. I need to pay my mortgage. I need to pay the kids' fees and stuff like that. In every season, there's an opportunity to earn money. It may not be the money you want, but what are you willing to take and do to earn some legal and legitimate money? So this young man that I hired today to take and do my shoveling for me, I paid him $50. That was a fair price because he came through when I didn't have any other resources and then he wanted to come and shovel. There's still a lot of snow out here in the Northeast. We got some more coming in tomorrow. We're supposed to have a third wave coming in the beginning of next week. Get your kids together. Teach them. You got to teach your kids. I had a conversation with one of my daughters today about starting a business, and she, kind of had this laid back thing. I'm like, look, you got to prepare to teach your children when they're young. Because you don't want to leave your kids in a situation where they're always having to go out there and beg somebody for employment. You could teach them, they can shovel. If there's only one shovel, if you don't have a shovel, you could go out there and there's people who are willing to take and rent you their shovels. You could go to Home Depot, some of those places. So the hookup that this person who came and did the shoveling for me, he was over here in this parking with his manufacturing over here and he was servicing them. And I just called out, "Hey, can you do mine?" And he came over, And so him and I were chatting. He had a pickup truck. For those who don't have a snowplow, let me show you his system. He had a little trailer on the back of his pickup truck. And he put the little snowblower on the back. It wasn't very big, but that's something you can do even with your vehicles. God will make a way, but you got to be willing to step out in faith. So I know the snowblowers you can grab off of Facebook, or sometimes people repair them and they have little repair businesses. You could do Home Depot when the season's over, grab you one, start a business, make it work for you. Especially if you're sitting around doing nothing, get those kids up, get them a shovel, go walking with them, asking the neighbors, "Hey, can we dig you out?" Make sure they do a good job. So the young man who came through, he made several passes. He cleaned off my car. He pushed me because I was stuck. He was walking away. He pushed my car back for me. And now we got one of the city tow mower, John Deere, going by. He's doing and cleaning the streets. So there is money to be made in the midst of a snowstorm. It's not all bad, it's good. Because God's doing something in the earth. I'd rather be on the Lord's side right now and always. Because you know what? Whatever God is bringing through in this time of these storms, it's a serious thing. So just know that you don't have to go without. You can make it. This is just some tips to let you know that you can start a small business. You don't need a lot of money. You start with this, and then after, if you want to continue on, then you go and you get the paperwork. But in the beginning, start small. Start with what you have. Use the resources that you have. Use your skills. You know, especially moms. We've been doing this, me and my kids. They're grown now, but they still do it while they're with their own families, and they go out and they help people. But me and my kids have been doing this all their life. Going out, being a blessing to people. When I wasn't living here and I was living in a couple of other places, after we did where we lived, we would all jump in the van and we would come over to the pastor's house. We would do hers, front, back. If someone along the way needed help, we jump out and help them. You know, God set it up where it's called helpers of one another. People don't want to help anybody. If you need help, you know what? God will send somebody always to help you. So I thank God for the blessing he sent forth today. And the person I found out who did my plowing for me, he had another business. So not only did he plow, he also has a construction business and a restoration business. So that gave me another contact. So when I'm doing my business, I have somebody else. And like he told me, if I don't get right back to you, he said, it's not that I'm busy. He said, but I'll get back to you in a few days. Those are the kind of contacts you want to make. You want to build those relationships so that when you need and you have a helping hand, they'll be there for you. They will work with you. And in exchange, you work with them. So I hope this is informational for those who are looking to get started. Every season, there's a need. Spring's going to be coming up, March, April. They're going to be doing their planting, their gardens. You can clean gardens and help people out get ready for the spring and summer season and the harvest season. So I hope this was a help to you. This is Fern from FML Diversify. He's making another pass down the street and cleaning up some more of this snow because somebody got stuck on this. It's a dead end, so you can't get out on the other end where I live. But somebody got stuck because people were shoveling and throwing the snow in the street. Try to throw that snow away from the street if you can. If not, you know, the cars will, but don't leave big chunks because the cars get stuck. This side of the street up the way, you couldn't even pass down there yesterday. They didn't come through with the plows at all, but they're coming through the neighborhoods now. All right, be encouraged. This is Fern from FML Diversify, and I'll be talking with you later. Have a good evening. Some more snow is coming in, so get ready, be safe, and I will be talking with you later. Have a great one. Bye-bye.